Welcome to another episode of On the Smooth Side with your boy BSmooth. We're back again with another podcast episode. Today we have our very first former professional athlete. We've had high schoolers, we've had college people, we have people y'all don't even know. However, today you know this man. Now NFL great, Atlanta Falcons, my New England Patriots. We have a lot of Cincinnati Bengals. Can't forget about him, and also University of Rutgers as well. We have Mohamed Sanu, Mo, in the building. How you feeling, Mo?
I'm great, brother. I appreciate you having me,
I appreciate you being on the show.
All right.
We even got the Falcons again. We record in Atlanta. So obviously we know we had to represent. My whole question is, I got to start. I'm a Patriots fan, bro. We got to go one place. You probably answered this question a million times. You're going to answer it 1,000,001. 28-3. Your feelings on all that, man. I got to hear it. What was going on in the halftime when it was 21-3 after the pick six? What was the emotions like? And also leaving the game, what was your emotions like after that whole debacle?
Well, it was just one of those unique experiences because you get to just sit there and you get to watch things unfold and not necessarily know what's going to happen. So, being on offense and trying to do what you do and play your role and watching the defense go out there trying to stop, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, do what he does. It's definitely a tale of two halves, and you got to play a complete game. So it was just one of those things where you couldn't do much.
Is momentum, or again, I play Madden, right? Like I played football. I stopped playing freshman year of high school, man. I stopped because that wasn't me. But momentum is a huge thing when people talk about sports. It's kind of what it sounds like you're talking about. They just started rolling, and it was almost like y'all couldn't do anything about that momentum they had.
That's the real thing in sports, honestly. But they were making plays in situations, and we weren't, and it was just iron was hot. And
Your thoughts overall in your career? You started with Cincinnati, played with Chad Johnson, went to Atlanta, played with Julio Jones, went to New England. Where was your favorite destination? Who was your favorite quarterback to play with?
Well, I was grateful to play with AJ. I never got to play with Chad.
Oh, I said,
but AJ Green, he was one hell of a player, very talented, gifted in many ways, just can do it all, receiver. And Julio Jones, very, very similar, very, very talented, spectacular, do it all. There's nothing that you can't do out there as a receiver. And then you got your great quarterbacks, and I got a couple games with Tom Brady, a couple games with Matt Stafford. But I was grateful I got to play with Matt Ryan. I was grateful I got to play with Andy Dalton at the stages in my career because it helped me grow, develop, and taught me the game from a different lens. Each quarterback has their unique skill set and their own tangible gifts and what makes them them. And Tom had something different and it wasn't physical. It was more so mental and just aura. What these kids call it nowadays, aura. And it's the truth. He just operates different.
Is that a thing? You played against some great corners, obviously. Is aura an actual real thing when you're playing against one of those elite corners, whether it's Sherman or Darrelle Revis or you talk about anyone, Peanut Tillman, anyone you're going up against? Is that a thing where it's like this guy is that dude? He gets paid to be that dude. Is that a thing where you almost get nervousness, or just something more mentally you're gonna kind of block out?
I don't think it's a nervous thing about anything when it comes to competition, especially at that level. Yeah. Like either you're prepared or you're not. So it's more so it's a chess match. You got to see, all right, what tools I'm gonna go rely on this game. What skills, what particular skills I'm gonna use in this moment in time. And then it's just all about knowing yourself, knowing what you can do, what you're capable, and how it applies to the situation.
Before we get into your background from college to high school, we'll start early NFL. I had this one last question about scheming players open, because I've seen this. Again, I play fantasy sports. I bet money on sports. I lose a lot of money. That's another thing. But I've seen this thing where like you have an elite wide receiver. Let's call Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and it feels like there are certain games where they just can't get the ball. They'll leave the game with 3 targets. It's like, how do you pay a guy, I don't know, 35, 40 million? It's like you can't scheme him open. Is it just something that defenses do where it's like, well, we know what you want to do, but there's no bubble screen, there's no slants, there's no, little jet sweeps that you can give a guy just to get the ball in his hands early and often? Is that not a thing?
I wouldn't say it's not a thing, but there's a rhythm to a game, right? There's ebbs and flows to the game. So in order to make sure the game is running how you anticipate it to be, you have to still stick to your quote-unquote game plan. So if you go into a situation, you ever seen that quote when Chad Johnson and Bill Belichick that they're talking with each other, and Bill's like, "Oh, you're gonna have today off," and because he's saying he's gonna double team him the whole game. So it's like defenses, coaches, they know how to take your quote unquote number one out, your best player out. So they want you to rely on somebody else who might not be as consistent as this guy, or might not be as, great as this guy. But they want to see if you can beat him. You could beat us with him.
What makes? I lied. I was getting your childhood. But we're going one more question. What makes an elite wide receiver? I guess elite. Why is it that? And this I think is so interesting about sports, where you get all these guys were the best players in high school. Some of them, a lot of them, were the best players in college. They're the best in Pop Warner. But they get in the NFL, and almost like you see the tier shift. You'll see a guy drafted in the first round being like, okay, he's not as good as a guy like Puka Nacua drafted in round 5. And you get players that are undrafted that are way better than guys drafted in the first round. Is it, you mentioned before, work ethic? Is it during the week practice? What makes it to where a guy is just elite always his entire life, and a guy who's always been elite, now all of a sudden he's not as good as these guys? What's with that?
It's a little bit of everything. I would say it's a little bit of, their consistent work ethic, and that athletic IQ, right? Like one's ability to understand what they do well, what they can do, and how it applies to being great at that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, like for instance, like kickers. Simple. Like they see like, I can be great at this one thing. I'm gonna really master this. I know they're gonna need me regardless. You know what I'm saying? Long snapper. I know they're gonna need me on 4th down when they score, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like knowing the tangible things that is a necessity, right? And being a master at that. Some people knows like, all right, I have the athletic IQ to be able to accomplish this feat or be able to do this. All right, so what's my roadmap of getting there?
It reminds me, even kind of what you're saying, hopefully I'm getting the right track. It sounds like there was a quote Carmelo Anthony had when he was on the Blazers and the Thunder, and he just got started getting traded around all the ways. And he had this quote where, I wasn't made to be a number 2. That's not me. I'm a number 1 guy. Is that even a thing? NBA is obviously so weird because you can dominate a position or a sport just by yourself. NFL, it's really hard to do that. Can a receiver have that diva in him, that ego in him, whatever the term you want to use, where it's almost like, no, I'm meant to be that guy?
They can, but quote unquote, sometimes it's all dependent on the person. You know what I'm saying? Like each person is different. Like,
did you feel that way? Did you feel like you could have and should have been a number 1 receiver? Was that ever your goal to be like, no, I want to get more targets than AJ Green. I want to be more targets than Julio.
It's everybody's goal to be the guy. But at the same time, it may not be in the cards because when you look at it, it's a business at the end of the day.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So what you may see yourself as may not be what they may see you as. And you have to do your best to, quote unquote, break those stigmas, break yourself out of that box that they try to put you in. Because whether you think that you check all the, the boxes or not, it don't matter to the 32 teams that make the decision, right? They still hold the cards. So you have to figure out, okay, how do I make myself either as good or as great or better than what they are accustomed to, right? Or how can I bring my skill set to this level so I can be that guy? And you'll get your opportunity to be the guy, but it's about if they, quote unquote, want you to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? And you see people get thrusted into it and some people, don't. And, quite honestly, the NFL, right, like those top guys, they're really good, right? The next level guys, they're really good too. The only thing that's much different is, that consistency factor at a point in time, the athletic IQ, being able to know what to use instantly and when to use it, right? And then opportunity. That's the only thing. Like if I were to tell you in my career I had under 100 targets every season, what would you think?
Under 100. Other than those couple years in Atlanta, like 16, 17, that probably makes sense. But never. That's crazy to me. I wouldn't expect that one.
Right. So in 10 seasons, I didn't have over 100 targets, not one time.
Wow.
Right. So like that's not to say that's just the role that they wanted you to play at.
Does frustration ever come into play? I know we all have the politically correct answer, but when you were in that moment, were you ever like, man, I need 100 targets. I know I can give so much more to this team if I had 100 targets.
Well, obviously everybody does, but you got to earn those in their eyes, and you still have to do it in a sense that is not belittling anyone. It's not making the team. It's not contract detrimental to the team. You know what I'm saying? And you got to rely on figuring that out with your own skill set and continue to grow yourself, continue to grow your game, elevate your game. There's no pointing fingers at anybody because at the end of the day, you're still competing to be top 1 out of 32.
No.
Not 1 out of millions of people in your schools or your high school, your college. No, you're competing to be 1 out of 32. If you're the guy.
Yeah.
If you're one of the 2 guys, you're competing to be 1 of 64.
See, when you put it that way, it kind of makes sense. I ain't gonna hold you.
You see what I'm saying? So it's you're climbing up a steep hill once you get to less than 100 people.
Yeah. When was the point? And this kind of even goes into your high school career. You're from New Jersey. I didn't know people in New Jersey play football. I thought they played basketball. I thought that was their thing. What got you into football? Was there a coach? Was there a father figure? Was there something you wanted to be?
I loved football, but no, my first Pop Warner coach was Vincent Jackson, and not that Vincent Jackson.
Yeah, I was like Charger Vincent Jackson.
No. But he was from South River, New Jersey, and he actually saw me playing outside when I was a kid living in Wanda Woods, and me and my friends were just, playing football in the front, and he was driving by in the neighborhood, and he was like, hey, y'all want to play ball? I was like, man, for sure. So we ran to the crib, asked my mom, can I play? Begged her and all that, and she was against it, and I told her, listen, I'm going to be fine. I'll be good at this. It's something I want to do. I've watched a lot of NFL, college, and I can do what those guys can do. And it was just one of those things. She was more scared than anything.
What age was that when you knew you were 9 years old?
Yeah.
And what was the time where you just thought or even you realized I'm just better than a lot of these guys I'm playing with? Was it middle school? Was it high school? What was the point where you were just I'm just better than these guys?
I was 9.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was just new. It's just one of those things. You could just your peers. You look around and kids aren't doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Was it athletically? Was it just even mentally, just IQ wise? You were just ahead of the game.
It was just a little bit of both. I just was obsessed with the game. I loved everything about it. I just wanted to be the best football player. I didn't want to be the best quarterback or the best receiver or running back. I just wanted to be the best football player.
Speaking of quarterback, man, you were throwing that ball. You were basically a multi-player. You were Travis Hunter before Travis Hunter, bro. I give it to you. When did you make that decision where you just wanted to play wide receiver? Was that something they forced upon you?
It was forced upon. It was because I went to college as a safety.
Oh.
So, I went to Rutgers as a safety. And then my first 12 practices in the spring, I played safety. And then I switched to receiver, 2 practices left, and then the spring game. And then from then on, I stayed at wide out.
Did you like playing safety more than wide receiver?
I loved it. I enjoy receiver, but I love safety. Because
if you had to do it again, would you pick safety in the NFL over wide receiver in the NFL?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I would have loved to see how it was. I would have picked quarterback in the NFL over.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to play.
Okay.
I played quarterback and safety in high school.
Yeah.
And I went to Rutgers as a athlete, and Shiano was like, if we get Tom Savage, I need you to play safety. But if we don't, I'll give you an opportunity to play quarterback. So I was like, all right, bet. He was straightforward and
he was honest with
me. He didn't tell me I was going to start right away. I was going to be the the next Donovan McNabb and things like that. Like
how many coaches sold you a bill of goods? I've had players come in here tell me all the time. They tell me, "Oh, be the best."
Syracuse was saying I was going to be the next Donovan McNabb, and I'm like, bruh, like he's one of the greatest to play the game of football. Like I'm a realist at this point in time, so I'm just like, all right, I appreciate that, but like, thanks.
What was the best college offer you got? Not money wise, like, 'cause I know it was illegal back then. But I'm talking just school offer.
I had Rutgers, UConn, I had Penn State, Maryland, Syracuse, Temple. I had about 10 to 15 offers.
What about Rutgers made it, I don't know, easy to sort or easy decision?
They was the first one to ever show any type of interest and consistency, and I had a cool relationship with Coach Joe Susan. I actually knew him since I started playing football.
Oh, damn.
Because he would come speak to South River, in like camp or whatever. So each year he would come speak to us, little by little, not knowing I was gonna get recruited by him in high school and then go to college and play.
Felt like a full circle.
It was one of those full circle moments.
Yeah, I feel you because again, I ain't on your level, big fella. I ain't on that level. However, when the first college, I applied to a couple of them in Georgia, right? As y'all know, in Georgia, KSU, Georgia State, all those schools, I got denied pretty quick. It wasn't going out for me. My ACT, I don't know. Was that ACT back when you were coming up?
Yeah, I had ACT.
You remember what you got on that score?
I didn't take the ACT. I took the SAT.
What'd you get on the SAT? You remember?
I think it was like
good
1,300, 1,400, something like that.
Oh, so you were smart in school too then?
I wasn't stupid.
Well, I guess I was a stupid one. It did not work out for me.
I was stupid.
I applied to a lot of schools.
I just didn't apply myself how I wanted to.
See, people told me that as well. They still tell me that now.
I mean, I apply myself to what I want to apply myself to.
Which was football.
Which was what I love to do.
Yeah.
I did what I needed to so I could do what I wanted to do.
People say they have no regrets. That's probably true. If there's one regret, it was taking high school more seriously because I saw how much easier it would have been on my parents paying for school versus, I think Hope Scholarship's like 3.0. I could have got a 3.0. It's not that hard. Studying with my friends, but it's like that's one regret I have. It is a second one. It'd be giving up football too early. I ain't gonna hold you. So I was decent. Back in middle school, man, I ain't gonna hold you, big fella. I played defensive end. I was a sack machine. Some people call me, Reggie White.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't far off. I was like that.
I believe it.
See, I appreciate you saying you didn't believe it. The problem was I hurt my knee. My left knee, I tore my ACL, bone damage as well. It was rough. My dad told me my freshman year, it's either we move you back home to Nigeria, which I didn't want to do, or you stop playing football. So basically, I stopped playing football. That's pretty much the options he gave me.
Yeah.
So I stopped playing, and I started doing the work.
African parents.
Your parents are from
Sierra Leone.
Yeah. So we have a little bit. What was different growing up in your household? I'm seeing it's different than mine here. What was going on? What was different than you and some of your other friends with the way your parents raised you?
Well, I lived with my mom. She worked 2 jobs all the time, so it was more so I was always with my sister and my brother, and it was more all of us raising each other more so than having to put all the burden on my mom. And then when my mom was home, she'd do her thing, but she was always working, trying to provide, make sure we had food and everything like that.
What's a famous meal that, I don't know what the terminology is, Sierra Leoneans eat? What is that? What's that meal? Is there a dish? Is there something like a staple?
There's a lot. Obviously, people have the jollof rice dip debate, but I love cassava leaf.
What's that?
That's my favorite.
Break that down. What's that dish there? You said something about a leaf.
Cassava leaf.
What is it?
So it's a green vegetable leaf. So it's the cassava is the flower of the cassava root. So the root of cassava, you could take the plants and you chop it up, make it really small, and you add all the ingredients. And it's like a gravy you put over white rice.
So my meal, as y'all don't know, most people know, I'm Nigerian, right? Even though I've been born and raised here, actually in Boston, moved over to Atlanta. Parents are Nigerian. Jollof rice was a staple. It wasn't a choice.
A staple, yeah.
It's every day.
We always have jollof.
That.
But I'm saying my favorite.
Oh, your favorite
was cassava leaf.
Okay.
But jollof rice, that's off rip.
Now, we went to Rutgers. You were good, obviously, at Rutgers. They forced you to go wide receiver. and obviously I think you led the Big East in receptions one year. You were dominant. And then you go to the NFL draft. I think you were a third-round pick. Here's a game, actually. Do you remember any wide receiver that was taken above you in the NFL draft? I've seen people be like, I remember this guy and this guy and this guy. Could you name 2 or 3 guys that you remember taking over you?
Well, first receiver was Justin Blackman. He was the first receiver taken. And then I know Michael Floyd. He was another first-rounder. And A.J. Jenkins was another first-rounder. And then Alshon Jeffrey, he was nice. And you had my boy Stephen Hill. We trained together.
Okay.
Who else?
I was going to see you keep on going. I was going to let you go.
I don't know if DeVera was drafted ahead of me. He might have been 78. But yeah.
Did you like that pick from Cincinnati? Did you train with them? Did they work you out?
I did like the pick. I got to spend time with Coach Urban, the receiver coach. He came to Rutgers and we watched film together.
Yeah.
Play catch, and that was it.
Wait, hold on. All y'all did was play catch and watch some film. That was it.
That's all he wanted to see.
What in that film room do you think? I don't know about. Sold like this guy is our guy. What was it in that meeting? What was it in the whole draft process alone? I know y'all do the 40-yard dash and y'all had to see who's fast and strong and I'm being real, some pointless exercises. I don't know when the hell y'all gonna use this. That broad jump made no damn sense, bro. Whenever you gonna jump flat, I don't get it. There's some exercises.
See your overall explosiveness.
Yeah. Do you remember? I know there's like some different scores. Do you remember how well you did in that combine? Do you think you were pretty proud of yourself?
I was decent. I mean, it was like after like 4 or 5 days of like endless meetings. And visits with doctors and like that's what y'all don't see. Y'all just see the last day when folks are, doing the on the field stuff. Yeah. But like the first couple of days, you go and you got scheduled meetings with the teams that want to meet with you. So I met with 27 out of the 32.
And are these long meetings? Are these like 5 minutes high and by?
Some is like 15 to 20-minute meeting. So like, and then you got like a train station. You go on downstairs and you meet with a lot of them, and then you got your testing that you do, Wonderlic test and different MRIs. Say if you had injuries in college and colleges want to go. I mean, the teams want to see how you healed and what they're basically invested in. They want to check on it. So if a team want their doctor to read get an MRI, so they'll make you get an MRI. If they want their doctor to put hands on you, they'll put hands on you. So like,
and this is going on a week before even the combine stuff.
Yeah, so you get in 4 or 5 days before you actually test, and you do all of this, and they wake you up purposely early. They just try to put you in a lot of adversity, so they see how you respond, which is, it's genius when you think about it, because the NFL season is long, it's grueling. They want to see how you're gonna respond when
pressure gets
tough. So, but at the same time, it ain't fun. It's trash.
People always made the draft seem like it's like this life. It is probably a life changing moment, but it sounds like it's grueling.
It is. It's a tough interview.
I kind of want to go into this, and obviously you had a great NFL career. I saw the first time I ever heard you speak actually was on First Take. I used to love watching First Take, and funny enough, Stephen A. Smith wasn't on the episode that day. I think it was like Will Kane or someone, and you were speaking about the loss and the season. And I think the year after you signed, or I think you might have got traded to the Patriots, and loved rooting for you then. I know you started bouncing around other teams. You recently retired. Number one, what's that experience like? Is it a document you got to sign? Is it an email you're sending over? What is the official retirement thing like? And how's it been treated?
It's cool. It was just more so you say you retired, and then obviously you put your papers in. But I just, quote unquote, more so, I guess, announced it. But I was done playing.
You've been done. Yeah, you've been done for part of what, 3-4 years now?
3 years.
So it legit is, there's papers they sign you over, you sign your name and be like, is that more for tax purposes? I've always wondered what was the reason why Could you unretire after sending in those papers?
If you want, yeah, it's a good question.
So what you're saying
I
is
really don't.
Oh, you don't even know.
Yeah,
Oh, you
like,
don't.
it's a good question.
I'm about to say,
though.
could you go
I
play
don't be
next week?
asking. If they niggas call me, yeah, I can go. But
Would you say, I know Chad Johnson or Chad Ochocinco, whatever he wants to be called now, says all the time, he could play right now. Your body, the way you train, I know you still train, we're going to talk about your training field. Do you think you can actually play in an NFL game next Sunday, 2 weeks from now?
nope.
What about the NFL game is so much different now to how your body treated you 3-4 years ago?
Well, it's like even if I was like I could, but not to say that
You'd want to.
I'd want to.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like no in the sense that it takes a lot to be in the shape that you want to be in to play at that level.
Yeah.
I'm just I look good shape. I'm not I'm finna go murk you shape. You see what I'm saying? Like there's two totally different, dynamics when it comes to that. That's why I said no, because you have to be able to run full speed for 70, 80 plays in a row. I could barely run full speed for 2-3 times right now.
No, I feel
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it's just totally different. Like it's a totally different type of shape you got to be in. Like
Your thoughts, I know obviously you have your thing now. What's been treating you the best about the last 3-4 years since your retirement? What's you've been loving to do? Do you still watch the game? What do you still root for? How's your thing?
I enjoy just spending time with the family. Not having to pour into football. All football took so much time.
Yeah.
It's time consuming to be that good.
Yeah.
Like people think like you got to work out all the damn time. You got to work on your craft all the time. You got to keep sharpening tools, your mind, your body. You got to recover all the time. Because even though you train 3 times a day, you got to recover 6. Like you got to train, you got to recover twice as hard as you train. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
it's
You talk about training and practice. For some reason, why do I hear players always talk about, no, I don't practice at all? What you mean? Allen Iverson, the quote is, practice, I don't practice at all. I've heard players say
he
that.
didn't practice at all.
Do you believe
in
in
just
that?
saying like practice is not what we
No, he does.
Yeah, it was not what we're talking about practice.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about playing in a game. Like, why are we sitting here having
Discussing about him missing practice.
You're right. Like
Kyler Murray had that thing where, I don't know if you saw that, they put it in his clause, his contract, that a certain amount of weeks he has to study his textbook, whatever they have there called, that playbook. He couldn't play video games this amount of week. Is it that serious? Are there guys that can be that good that don't practice, that don't train, that don't put in hours in the gym? Is that an actual thing, or they won't last long in the NFL if they have that mindset there?
I don't know. I would ask those guys that do that.
That wasn't you, though.
Nah.
You were the 3-4 times a day.
That's why I played 10 years.
I give it to you. We have a couple more questions, and actually we have this really cool one. Toughest DB you ever faced, and what did he do that stuck with you?
I had this conversation the other day, and I was saying I love Brent Grimes, the way he played.
Brent Grimes.
Yeah, he's just tough, tenacious, quick, sudden, like he's strong for how small he is. So like people think he's frail, but no, he's actually strong. So like you gotta bring your stuff when you're playing. So no, he's good defensive back.
Other than you mentioned the workout, the routine, the scheduling, what's some of the toughest things about being an NFL player that a lot of people just either overlook or don't even realize it? Is it traveling? Is it being on a plane for so many hours? What is it during the NFL season that's just so rough on your body, or even mentally?
No, I mean it's everything. It's a full-time job. It's just literally everything. Like, people don't understand, like, when it comes to, you gotta quote unquote prepare for the game, do all this stuff to be able to play, but on top of that you still gotta be a parent or a family member or just like any other job. But my job is 24/7, 365.
You're always in the public, always
all the
on
time.
TV, social
and
media.
it's like, and it's not just like, I'm working this way. No, I gotta be respectful to this ignorant person, or I gotta, and it's just because you have to be graceful. You know what I'm saying? It's not like some people are, to them, this is their only opportunity. They get to meet someone they look up to. You can't be an ass because you don't feel like it. You signed up for this.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I say it's a full-time job.
You're at a restaurant and a kid comes up to you. Is it, I'm eating my food, hey, stop, I got you later? Or do you feel like even when I'm eating my food, whether I'm in a restaurant, I'm buying clothes, you're going to stop, take this picture with the kid, you're going to sign autographs? Was that your mindset?
Yeah, if I'm eating, I'm going to say, let me finish my meal. And, like, that's rude as shit to go up to somebody while they're eating.
I've seen some crazy things in the airports,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To them, it's their only opportunity. So I was like, if you're patient enough to wait another 5-10 minutes, sure, I don't mind at all.
Do you have a crazy fan story? Has someone ever tried to get your autograph? They gave you a whole garbage bag full of clothes or memorabilia they wanted you to sign. You have a crazy story with a fan like that?
No, I mean, there's millions of them. I mean, you get those on a day-to-day. Nothing sticking out to me. Like, I've had, times when people have written me, like, notes saying, oh, we saw how, courteous and kind and respectful, like, things like that. Yeah. And, like, I've had people, like, send you a bunch of stuff, like, to the facility for you, but, like,
people have always been kind to you. No one's been in that. I've seen people tell stories like, I'm in the airport bathroom and dude's behind me talking about, can I get an autograph? Or people they take my shoes and my bag, trying to steal it from me so they can run off. I've heard some crazy stuff.
I ain't that
That's second level.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm him in my own respective lane. But,
I feel it. We got one last game before our promos will end. It's called Blind Ranking. So if y'all don't know Mohamed Sanu, I'm going to give him 5 names of all-time wide receivers. You're going to pick them and place them, 1 through 5. Yeah. Obviously, 1 being the best, 5th being just the worst of the best, all right? Okay. Number 1, Tyreek Hill. Where are you going to put him at?
I don't know.
What you mean? That's the game. You got to put him somewhere on the list.
I don't know. Yeah, you didn't give me the rest of the 5.
No. That's the point. That's the point. So I'm going to give you one name, and you got to rank them.
I'm messing with you.
Oh, okay, I got you. Where do you think you place him?
So, out of how many, like, where are we going with this? What
we got ages? 3. We got 5 names all time.
All time.
It's your ranking where you would rank these guys.
Right. Well, I would put them at 5.
Oh, damn! All right, I didn't see that coming. We got Tyreek Hill at 5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the rest of the guys. Like,
well, let's see. Here's one guy, Justin Jefferson.
He might be 3.
Next name, Calvin Johnson.
He might be 1.
See, now I'm about to mess you up right now. Larry Fitzgerald.
He's 2.
And then last name, you know how to do it to you. You get Julio Jones. Is that, honestly, even looking at it, it's actually not that crazy. It's not that crazy.
Who would probably be 3?
So you would,
I would switch
looking at you would flip Julio and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
That's actually not crazy.
Yeah,
you actually kind of mastered that. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's exactly what I would have. That's what I'm saying. I ain't know who. Yeah, for sure.
You actually mastered that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Honestly, I appreciate your time. My last question, I'll tell you this. Me and you one-on-one. So I'm corner, you're wide receiver. We can even flip it. You said you play safety. All right, cool. Yeah. You play corner, I play wide receiver. We get someone decent that can throw the ball. Who do you think's going to win one-on-one?
I think you would.
Oh, damn. All right. Yeah. See, can we get that one more time? Can you play it back? I don't know if we heard that. You said I'd win?
Yeah, I'd let you win.
So, wait, whoa. You didn't have that first part. You said let?
Yes.
Let means like you're going to give it up.
No, there you go.
You're like, what, 6'2", 6'1"? I'm about a good 5'10", 5'11". So if we, like, threw the ball up one-on-one like a mossing situation, would you let me moss you, or you think I would, I'll jump you there? What are you thinking?
I don't know.
Now, again, obviously, the calves are crazy, bro.
I'm saying, how your ACL
ACL feel good. I can't run, but I can jump.
Okay.
I can jump. We had some high schoolers out here. Y'all saw the video. I'll put it in right now. I saw some high schoolers. Dude's pretty tall.
I think I might get you.
I don't know about that one.
Let me see your reach.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, y'all saw that? That's insane. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, we do have football here. No. I ain't gonna do that. I know you're a little older. You're retired now. AARP, right? Is that what they call it? I want to be respectful.
No, AARP.
AARP. I appreciate, obviously, do you have anything you want to promote? Y'all didn't know he has a podcast, too. Promote your podcast with Junior Nephew.
Yeah, pull up the facts over stats, man. hear about the facts, the real facts, not the propaganda, not the bull, not none of the fake. Just about real, authentic stories, real stuff from the locker room. We have dope guests from all different fields of business or professions. Pull up. It's a good time. We have a lot of fun.
Find it on YouTube, Instagram. They're gonna make a TikTok. I'm gonna force them to make a TikTok.
He gonna force him to make a TikTok.
Instagram and YouTube.
I heard TikTok is really where he.
Man, this is right. People they're gonna find us on TikTok. I appreciate y'all. But anyway, it's been BSmooth. It's been Mohamed Sanu. I appreciate y'all watching on the smooth side with your boy BSmooth. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, BSmooth now.